So now that we can talk about everything we couldn't say, it's time to ask, what did our leaders know and not know going into this pandemic? Because we like to think that our leaders were doing the best they can with the information that they had. But what information did they really have? Let's look at this study above. This study is Are Lockdowns Effective in Managing Pandemics? And it was done in August 19th of 2020. They basically looked over the Spanish flu, which was in the early 1900s. It was a very devastating disease affecting people in their 20s through their 40s. Now, they say the effectiveness of closures was not proven during the Spanish flu. During the Spanish flu, Los Angeles enacted closures of schools, churches, and entertainment events for 6 weeks. In New York, everything remained open, and now it should be noted that New York was a port city with a large number of troops returning from World War I, and from Europe, who was heavily affected with the Spanish flu. Now, despite of all the efforts of Los Angeles, their mortality rates were 494 per 100,000 people, versus in New York, where there was no measures, and in addition to having a large influx of infected troops coming from Europe from World War I, their mortality was similar to 535 per 100,000. Now, yes, it was a little bit larger, but considering the heavy lockdowns from Los Angeles versus the complete opening of New York and it being a port city where a heavy amount of infected people were coming into, it's not that significant. So if they knew this back in the Spanish flu in 1918, 1919, meaning they knew that these lockdowns weren't working. So now we need to ask, why were they enacted when we obviously knew better? It's time to start asking questions, and it's time to start talking about everything we couldn't say.